First hit of the day, it's going to be a thrust gunting, where I'm stabbing in a hooking motion underneath the attacking arm. This next section by Tristan, where he uses a knife to keep distance, it is pretty effective. I'm not so sure that the cut he managed to do by framing was actually intentional, if it was more just a reactive response. That was really good on Tristan's part, where he just kept the knife point forward so that I couldn't close on the distance. But right there, I just shanked the shit out of him, just going up, down, up, down. That's something that's taught a lot in Dog Brothers. Now Tristan's doing a really good feigning maneuver. He can tell that my head and my weapon hand's moving, but my offhand wasn't, so he just got me there. And about here is where I'm going to return the favor. Dropping low to tempt him to strike at me, and then I get a quick double hit to his offhand, which he doesn't really move very often. Here I'm going to evade his cut with the Lasco movement, and then I hit his weapon hand, which missed. So then I rise up to make him think I'm going to go for his head, and then I hit his blocking offhand. Then I control his weapon hand, stab him in the face. However, I wasn't able to do a third shot, and he did manage to slice my belly open a little, but still. Cutting and stabbing him 3 times, and then only getting a slight cut to my belly isn't really that bad of a trade. Here I'm dropping my body weight low so I can really spring upwards and move on the forward left triangle so that I have a good angle to cut his arm. Another really good progressive indirect attack combo. So I raise the hand, drop down, raise up again. Then as I see him presenting his weapon hand forward, I trap it, try to stab him in the face, he blocks it, which ends up getting him stabbed in the hand, and then I rip it out to cut off his fingers. And about here, I'm going to do a saw disarm by controlling his weapon hand, and then use my knife to saw back and forth, completely destroying the arm until it's useless and he has to drop the weapon.
Think we're good?
Oh, you got my palm.
Yeah.
Ideally, you should trap right at the middle part of the forearm, like I always do, to control his arm. Tristan usually tries to go more for like the wrist or the hand, which just leads him to getting stabbed in the hand over and over and over again. At this point, especially with turning like that, you probably should just punch me in the face, honestly. But that's probably not something a lot of people are going to have as their first thought when somebody's stabbing and then slashing them. So while that probably was a kill shot, in reality, when you stab somebody like that, usually the knife gets embedded into the target, and since your hand's swinging all the way through, you're usually going to get disarmed. So in reality, I probably would have just stabbed him, and my knife would still be in his head, basically.